him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And in a new interview with the Scars and Guitars podcast, Iron Maiden's guitarist Adrian Smith spoke about the benefits and drawbacks of social media, saying that far too many people find themselves engulfed in their smartphones, thereby creating a surge of depression and anxiety. Yeah, he said, well, you're only going to drive down the street and you're going to stop your car because people are walking out in front of you because they're on their phones. They're addicted. Hey, I get sucked into it like everyone else. It takes over your life sometimes. You get bombarded with all things you like. It all comes very easy. Just keep coming up. You know, it keeps coming up on your feed and all the stuff you love. So you are there. You're looking at it with your neck bent over like that. You know, you are bombarded with news 24/7 about these terrible things that are happening in the world. I mean, what are you supposed to do? It's not natural to be so concerned with absolutely everything. I think people are moving way beyond their personal sphere, trying to change things that they have no power on because they're aware of them, and then they feel like they have to do something about it. And they've stopped getting out with the basic, put one foot in front of the other, you know, earn your living, pay your tax, and just live your life and be happy. And it's just, I don't think it makes people happy. Anyway, little rant there. Yeah, you know. Adrian Smith is not one to rant. Jeez, I didn't even know he talked. Anyway, Adrian Smith also weighed in on the debate about people using artificial intelligence, AI, to create music. Asked if he would personally ever use AI to compose, Adrian said, "No way. I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I mean, AI, what is it someone was telling me the other day? Somebody as a birthday present or as a present to his friend, he had a song written by AI for each one of them using their voice. And it's just mind-boggling. It's like the beginning of the end. I mean, social media is bad enough, but this is just another level. I can't see it having any effect. I mean, even digital recordings and Pro Tools now has enabled everyone to make up something like that. You know, you can't present something that sounds respectable, but it's all done by computers. At least I grew up old school where you had to actually play in the studio. You couldn't tune it up afterwards. So that makes you more of a craftsman. Digital recording we use because it's convenient and it saves time and it saves money. You know, AI, man, I don't know. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know either. I mean, so far I haven't been that impressed by AI. I mean, I thought the Beatles song was the only thing that really I liked from every AI I've heard. I've heard Bon Scott singing Brian Johnson songs. I've heard, you know, Ozzy singing Dio songs. All this weird shit online. And I hear it and it sounds like Ozzy singing a Dio song, but... Or Dio singing some, I forgot. I think it was Judas Priest. I mean, it's interesting, but it doesn't sound that convincing to me. It doesn't sound like it's real. It really doesn't to me. It sounds, you know, it doesn't sound right, but, you know, I'm a minority. Like a lot of you listening to me now that think, oh, AI sucks and this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's all fake. Yeah, I agree with you. But you and I are the minority, my friends, because the majority loves the fake. Everybody loves fake stuff now, man. Stuff that, if it happened in the past, it would ruin people's career. Remember Ashley Simpson, who got caught lip syncing on Saturday Night Live? Her career was over. Milli Vanilli, their career was over. You know? And Milli Vanilli, by the way, won Best New Artist of the Grammys that year. Which shows that the Grammys, you know, you shouldn't make fun of them. You know, they got Down syndrome. But unlike the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, those elitist pricks know exactly what they're doing. But anyway, back to the AI thing. Yeah, I mean, people pay big money to go see a show where people lip sync and it's all, you know, computers and laptops and all this shit. And people eat it up. People love it. You know? I mean, how much more well-known could it be that Kiss was using tapes? I mean, and they were on that End of the Road tour forever. What, 5 years or so? And everybody knew it was being lip sync, and guess what? Nobody cared. They all went to the arena because they wanted to see the show. They don't care if it's fake. Actually, they love the fake. It's like all the old bands that we all grew up on and we love, the ones that are still out there on the road slugging it out with hardly any original members. People will go to that show and think they saw that band. But you know what? I have a feeling in time, you know, somebody will probably say, oh man, yeah, I saw Kiss, you know, on the Under the Road tour, you know. But you didn't see him with Ace and Peter. You didn't see him with Eric Carr. You know? Those were some kick-ass shows. You know, what you saw was two imposters up there. I'm sorry. I don't care how well they play. And that's the bad part, how well they play. You know? I like the little sloppiness of Ace and Peter, man. It gave it more of a rock and roll danger, where Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer, it's sanitized. You know, it's too spick and span, you know? And I can say spick and span, by the way, because I'm Cuban, all right? It's okay for me to say it. See? It's that loophole. You know, I'm allowed to say spick and span for being Cuban. But yeah, I mean, you think back at, man, ZZ Top, Aerosmith, two bands that always had the original members. Well, Aerosmith had a brief period without them, but they came back, but then, you know, they ended without Joey Kramer. And ZZ Top is still out there, you know, without Dusty Hill and shit. Now they're going to go out there without Frank Beard, so it's only going to be Billy Gibbons now, you know? And, yeah, I saw the El Loco tour. I saw Recycler. No, not Recycler. What was the one before that? The big hit one was Sharp Dressed Man. I saw that one, and I saw him a few times after that. But no, man, it's not ZZ Top without those three. Dusty Hill screaming out "Tush," you know. It's just not the same, man. But you know, people will accept it. But would have people accepted it back then, though? I don't think so. I really don't, man. I don't think anybody would accept a Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer in Kiss. No way. That would be laughed at back in the day when people had balls. When people had music. Yeah. People that, you know, now people don't even have music. Their music is air. They like streaming, you know, and stuff like that. Because they want to make room at their house for, you know, who knows what. Because music takes up too much space, so who knows. Maybe, you know, they need more space in the house for their dildo collections and, you know, just weird stuff like that. Because they're weird. People that stream are weird. That's what I heard. But, yeah, it's just, we live in a phony world. Remember Madonna? Living in a material world. I'm just a material girl. That was the 80s. And yes, there were girls like that, you know. But now it's like everybody's like that. Nobody wants to own anything. Everybody likes if they fake it when you go see a concert, you know, where they're not really singing or playing their instruments. And people will pay huge money. See, back in the day, we paid, what, $12 or something to see something real. You couldn't get away with lip sync and shit like that because the technology sucked back then for that. You had to use your talent. Yeah, there was no, you know, autocorrect fucking, you know, that studio magic. You know, all that fake shit to make singers sound great. You know, picture, you know, just pitch perfect and all that shit. Fuck that noise, man. I want it real. But, you know, I want it so real that I live in this reality where I realize that I am the minority. You know, and people I think like me, we are the minority. We may bitch about this shit, but you know what? It's still gonna go on. It's never gonna stop because we are the minority. We cannot stop the fake. The fake is too strong for the planet. That's what I think. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a cob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.